So I got a funny story for you that I'll tell you in just a minute. So today I'm gonna take you on a typical training ride. We're gonna ride down Lewis and then Las Posas to Missile Park at Point Mugu. So I'm gonna tell you the funny thing, but just to let you know, I'm on the Calegas bike path first right now. This will take us about 4 miles. It's a good little flat warm-up. So I like riding my Crux and my tires are getting worn out. So I call the bike shop and say, hey, I want some Pathfinders in 38 millimeters. And the guy Mark is like, you're not getting these tires for a long time. Like, we're talking 6 weeks if he orders it, and that's that they assume that it'll be 6 weeks. And I'm like, well, these tires are wearing out. What do I do? And so he says, well, I unfortunately should have ordered them last year. The reason why it's so hard to get these tires is because of the pandemic. And what ends up happening is, not to get political, but there's been tariffs on stuff that comes from China to America to make it more fair, because American companies really can't compete with the prices of China. So of course that, you know, raises the price, no big deal. And then when the pandemic happened, an ironic thing occurred, and that is that the bike shop business just boomed, because all of a sudden everybody was told don't go anywhere, stay indoors, and the gyms were closed. So everyone went to the bike shops and bought kids bikes and bought themselves bikes. You need to have 4 or 5 tires in your garage just in case something bad happens. I didn't think about it, but I probably should get some oil and chains and all that stuff before, geez, it's too late. All right, I'm off the path. Now we're gonna get on Pleasant Valley and haul over to Lewis. All right, so I'm all warmed up. It's about 5 miles. We're on Lewis and Pleasant Valley. And so what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna set my lap counter. I'm gonna do 1 minute on, 1 minute off of intervals. And that will be my workout for today. And total miles will be probably around 35. You probably don't want to see the intervals, but I'll show you one. Everything's clear, let's do it. Hit the slap, got it. I'm just gonna kind of pedal real easy for a minute, do 2 or 3 more depending on how I feel, and then we'll just ride. So right here is Channel Islands State University, and when I first started in practice, this place was a functioning mental institution. Some say it still is. At nighttime, spooky things happen and there's noises in the hallway, they say. Do you believe that? Can that actually exist? I'm not certain I believe it, but I ain't going there at night. Now, what it's hard to portray on YouTube is what a person smells. And right now I'm going through cilantro. Oh my God. It's like riding through a bowl of good breath and freshness. I love cilantro. Cilantro can be put in anything. Obviously Mexican food, soups, cereal, eggs, omelets. Hey Cliff Bar, are you listening? They should make a Cliff Bar with cilantro in it, and that way it keeps your breath minty fresh. So right here we're going over the Pacific Coast Highway, also known as PCH, and it becomes the one. Now, if you want to learn how to talk like a true Californian, here's what you do. Now this is gonna sound very strange, but if you're on PCH, nobody ever says, let's go drive on the PCH. You eliminate the.
everybody just calls it PCH. And you don't call it Pacific Coast Highway. Nobody does that. They all call it PCH. Why? I don't know. But as soon as you are riding along PCH and then it becomes the 1, you always say you're gonna drive on the 1. Why? I don't know. Supposedly, this is something that other people from other states have noticed about people in California. I never even noticed it because you just go on PCH. It's kind of like hikers. So hikers will hike the PCT. You don't hike PCT, do you? I have no idea. So anywho, once you cross PCH, you're gonna go past it and go on to this little Pacific Coast bike route. Now, I don't know why, but I always get nervous when I cross that blue line because it says on there, US government property. No big deal, but you know, what's the blue line for? So on the other side of this big, tall, red fence is Point Mugu. All right, I'm gonna stop and show you this. This is really cool. This is the Point Mugu Missile Park. It's a little less than an hour away from my house. I'm gonna ride through it. I like it. It's very cool. It's got all the jets and some of the missiles and bombs that we've used. A missile called HARM. That's cool. All right, so that was Naval Air Road, and you could turn left and go to Port Hueneme, or turn right, which we're gonna do today. And then if you're trying to, oh, of course the phone rings. If you're trying to follow along, we're gonna go on Rathian Road. We're gonna make a left instead of staying on this road because it's a lot more fun, a lot less traffic. And then don't get on the 1, just get on, what the heck road is this? Dufaw Road. I never knew the name of that. And now we're on the nice part of the ride where essentially no traffic, very smooth roads for these Oxnard plains. And what happens is we're basically in the farmland of Oxnard, and there just isn't a lot here. And the first time I rode here, a long time ago, I actually kind of was getting lost because it all just looks the same, but you'll learn. So I'm gonna take you on the route that I'm doing today. So we make a right-hand turn on Nauman Road because we had no choice. God, you could hear it. Don't put a house underneath there. And we make a left on Edding Road. And basically we're gonna take this all the way to the end, turn right, and go from there. So we're gonna ride past this little mobile home park, and then when it gets to the end, right at the light, we'll turn right again. And then that takes us essentially all the way home. But I'm gonna show you a little detour that's a lot more fun, a lot less cars. Pleasant Valley, and Pleasant Valley goes all the way back to Camarillo, but I'm gonna show you a little trick. Water, reclaim water. All right, so you can tell there are some cars on this road, so here's the trick. It's Laguna, and this is the street, and you turn here, and it'll take you through some nice areas that very little traffic, and they just last year repaved this road, so it's just super sweet. And this road will take you directly back to Lewis Road. So hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button right there on this side of the screen. Please, I'm asking nicely. The reason why is because I'm hoping that these videos just get better and better, and I hope to show you some really cool places. And you will be one of those very few that actually subscribed when I literally just started. And if you want to see another cool video,
that is right here. It's a couple guys and I took an adventure to Santa Barbara, and you could see how that ride turned out.